Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Rams and the Minnesota Vikings. Here's the former Utah Ute Matt Gay to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Cook again. And some room to work. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. First down. Here's Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 29-yard line. Cousins gives way to Cook. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. They'll run with Cook. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Here's a diving catch right side. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Now it's Stafford. Going up top for Kupp. And this one is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers. They find some open field here. Touchdown, L.A. Cam Akers yards. 66 yards. And the Rams are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken from about the 12. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. They go play action. Cousins. They're looking for Jefferson, but this... Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Fourth down, Cousins. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 51 yards. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Joseph now to kick this one away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st down, Stafford here. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. From just shy of midfield, Stafford. A quick pass to Cup. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. Out to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. Taking it right down Broadway. The 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. 2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now Cousins on 4th down. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And he stopped immediately there. Here's 2nd and 10. Stafford. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Now Stafford. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Touchdown, L.A. Allen Robinson, 38 yards. And the Rams have cut it back within a score. Gay is on for the point after. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Open man is Osborne. He's got him. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Setting up the screen for Cook. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Play action now. Cousins. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Joseph's got it. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So good work there to get points just before the half as they add on to their lead.
As trite as it sounds, every little bit helps. That's exactly what they're going for. Anytime you get a chance to put points on the board, you take it.
And they didn't leave the other side with much time at all on the clock. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll go again here with Akers. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Now Cousins. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Stafford. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hopkins. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. A give up the middle to Akers. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. To throw on 2nd and 6. Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 59 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They run it again with Cook. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Akers. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. Man open is Robinson. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Off a play action. Here's Stafford. Steps away. Well, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Play action. Stafford. On the move to his left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp, 35 yards. And the Rams have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 102 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And some room to maneuver. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the play.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They try again with Cook. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. 3rd down, here's a run by Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And in this situation, a field goal doesn't help you a whole lot, but I think you've got to take it because I think you're a little too far back to go for it on 4th down. But we also know the offensive coordinator's in the head coach's ear trying to talk him into going for it right here.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Rams are going to get the ball back on the turnover. on 4th and goal. Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And that touchdown, Charles, with very little time remaining, boy, it just sucked any energy and momentum out of the other sideline.
Yeah, take an incredible comeback in the final minute to bring this one back to even. A great series there offensively. They saw an opportunity to slam the window shut, and they followed through.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Stafford. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Throw caught there by Osborne. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. He talked about